Boy, it's a good thing the Lions played last night, or I'd really just go in on the Tigers right now. But the Lions did play, so Tigers can take a distant back seat. We can get into it. Rico, I want to tell you, I don't know that you'll duplicate yesterday's show, your grace, elegance, that founder's quarter zip.
You know what? I'm gonna try my best because I feel a little slighted, so I'm going to try my best.
Okay. Well,
So
we're rooting for you. It's a difficult show to do because I don't know. Like yesterday, I sat here and I said to you, look, you've taken away the biggest reason that I'm picking them to win last night, which is they don't lose back-to-back games.
So, and I just want to let you know, forever, in perpetuity, you are now allowed to say
They don't lose back-to-back games.
Dan Campbell does not lose back-to-back games because I took that away from you, and they went out there and said, no.
David, he took my tablet away. I was grounded. He gives it back to me today.
I got you a brand new one. There you go.
Here's the problem. So the Brian Branch news weighs heavy on my mind and on this opinion. As Brian Branch blew out, tore his Achilles, I mean, he's done. And he'll be done for most, if not all, of next season. I mean, he'll be done for a while. Like, you're gone for a year.
You're probably looking at playoffs next year.
Well, and again, maybe you can beat the odds and be bionic, but
Thanksgiving?
You won't be 100%. It's a devastating injury. And when I look at this, it's like, okay, by winning, you now have a 53% chance of making the playoffs. Not 75 or 80 or 90 like the Niners, the Packers, and the Seahawks. You have a 53% chance of making it. And we talked about it yesterday. I think yesterday was more about keeping yourself alive than cementing anything. If you had lost, you were dead.
Right. Your playoffs started last night.
Correct. So I want to just say this. Like, last night is the reason I don't give up on this team. Like, I don't write them off because they don't lose back-to-back. But you can't kill them. They're a tough group. They are. But this team's really flawed. And, last night, you face a bad tackle and a backup tackle. Oh, look, we have a pass rush again. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's typical. CD Lamb dies in the middle of the game. All right, cool. Root for CD to get healthy, but, I wasn't crying that he wasn't around for the second half. The point I'm making is you beat a Cowboy team. You were favored to beat. I picked you to beat them. But here's my biggest takeaway is I think I'm letting go of any hope of a Super Bowl. I'm just letting go of it because you're not good enough. I mean, you can make the playoffs, might be able to win a game. But this Brian Branch thing, it's just like the final straw for me. I mean, losing to Terry and Arnold, you've lost Kirby Joseph into ether. We don't even know if he's a real person anymore.
Second year in a row, you've beaten the Cowboys and lost a impact player on defense.
But it feels like Aleem McNeil's injury last year. And I did the show that next day, and I said, damn it, these injuries are going to keep us from winning the Super Bowl. It's the same thing here. And I look at it across the board. I just can't find my way to it. Where, look, they're going to beat teams like the Cowboys. They're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat in general. Right. But then they face a class of teams that's just good, and they look woeful. So I don't know.
I think you should beat the Steelers. You should beat the Vikings and get your revenge on them.
I'm not picking them to beat. I'm not going to sit and assume anything. Yesterday, I struggled greatly, but I said I will pick the Lions because, damn it, we don't lose 2 in a row. I'm not picking them to auto dummy anybody. You lost to J.J. McCarthy. You're done.
I think you want the revenge on that one because that one
you should have lost to the Giants. So now I look at this and I look at the Brian Branch injury, and I'm not telling you Brian is having the best season he's ever had. The point is, without him, he's a playmaker, not only in coverage but in your blitz packages. He's one of your better pass rushers on said blitzes.
Brother, it's no Kirby. You had no Arnold, and now it's like your starting secondary is just pretty much all gone.
And DJ Reed was bad again. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. So, look, I'd like to know where you're at. The 53% shot to get in the playoffs, does your confidence level reside higher than 53% or lower? Don't call in and say 53% is fine and we'll let it play out. You can leave that for other day parts. I want to know where the scales of justice, where does it land for you? 53% to make the playoffs, I go lower. I think they have a definite shot to do it, but I have to pick higher or lower. So we can't do a coin flip.
No.
I'm lower. Just this branch injury is crippling to me.
I would go lower right now. It would change if the Packers go out there and beat the Bears.
You don't get to do that.
I said right now I would go lower, but I said it would change.
Can you get him his founder's quarter zip, please? Need to elevate these opinions.
Well, I said lower?
I just, you like, if I got to see that, no.
No. I said lower.
You know what's going to happen Sunday.
Right now. But.
That was good. I like that.
But then, like I said, the Bears is what would change my opinion on this team making the playoffs.
Yeah.
What happens to them, and that's what you didn't want to have. You didn't want somebody else to be in control of your destiny. But face it, Chicago Bears are.
Well, like right here, right now, you picking them to beat the Rams?
No.
Okay, so then what are we really? See, this is
it's at that point, you now have to run table, and it goes to the script writers of Week 18 in Chicago, student versus teacher.
That's if the Bears lose enough games for that game to matter. See, this is okay. I just want to know from you guys.
Now you see why I said the Bears.
I hear you.
Thing.
Oh, I know, brother. I'm busting your chops. Hey, man, Founders Day 109. So I was blessed to be a part of it. I'm the keynote speaker at 110.
Okay.
But I want to know from the people. Like, there's no smarm or sarcasm. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Do you share my opinion that coming out of last night's game? The win kept you alive, which is all we could hope for. But this Branch injury kind of ruins it all for me. And again, I'm not trying to turn Brian Branch into Ronnie Lott in his prime, but he's a very important player schematically for what Kelvin Shepard wants to do. He's a chess piece. And do you know what you're short on defense? Chess pieces. Yeah. And he's gone now.
Because right now, it looks like Shepard is just doing the same thing that Aaron Glenn just did, and your strategy is take all the chess pieces and just throw them at somebody.
Well, and again, last night, the Cowboys, the tackle that was healthy stinks, and then the tackle who replaced the tackle was awful. Number 71 was atrocious.
I mean, the one play where he looked towards the inside and nobody was there. It's like, dude, there's an edge rush.
Oh, that was the Bob Muhammad. One of Bob's sacks.
He just ran right past him. Like, wait, that was me. You know, my bad.
Also, weird, and again, totally not a Lions problem. So I believe me, my heart's not bleeding. Did George Pickens
lose money?
Was he in a bad mood last night or something? Bro, you want $40 million a year, $35 million a year from Jerry Jones, and CD goes down. Do you think you could finish a route? Do you think you could try? I mean, David's smiling because what did we always say about Pickens? And look, he's been largely electric this year.
I thought he grew up. I honestly,
last 2 weeks, Rico, something's up with that man. He's in a bad mood again.
I thought he grew up. You know what, Mike? Some people cannot handle success, and I think a lot of people were saying how great he was. And look at this man. He's going to make a lot of money because I was like, okay, you know what, George, here's your time to shine.
Right.
You're going to make a ton of weight. You just quit on a route.
He quit on several.
He did.
But no, again, not our problem. It was just one of those, look, I'm happy it happened the week the Lions played them. But coming out of the game, I just go, okay, we kept ourselves alive. I don't think you can use a weird back thing. Dude, you haven't won back-to-back games in 2 months. Save the weird back until you win like 4 in a row. But second of all, what does the Branch injury represent to you? I hearken back to about a year ago.
I get you a quarter zip.
Founders? Yeah. Man. Bottom line, I go back to a year ago when we lost to Liam. You feel like certain injuries are the straw that just breaks the camel's back. And I wonder about this Branch thing.
The Legion of Home worked because you at least had Branch back there. That was the one guy that you knew, okay, I could put him on the best person that he could cover, or if you catch the ball, he's going to light you up across the middle. He is gone, and yeah, you know, the other guys back there, they're trying, but I do think that this is going to be a major blow. When he walked off the field, I was really hoping that, okay, maybe it's just kind of like Amon-Ra, you rolled an ankle, you'll be back in 10 days. And
also, too, you know, I know some people were like, you can't say Amon-Ra's best receiver in football when I said it. No, I'm saying it. 9 out of 10 wide receivers don't play last night.
No. I'm right here. Man.
Not you. No, on people.
No. But
people said I overrate the guy, or like Rico.
I've grown to appreciate what he is.
He's
because
awesome.
He's more than just a slot receiver.
You know what I would tell you, and it's not a shot at your quarterback. Goff's not the leader of this team. Amon-Ra's. ASB's the heartbeat of this team. He's the straw that stirs the drink. They feed off him. His toughness as well, with the attitude he presents, that's everything that locker room is.
Right. I mean, as we're doing the pregame show and we're watching, he's jumping up and down like he's going to play.
And he played well. Yeah. He didn't go out there and in any way compromise anything. And he's hurting.
If I told you a receiver was injured, you probably would have thought it was George Pickens, not Amon-Ra.
That's a perfect place to stop right there. Good job.